Hey, thank you so much. Back again, watching another video from Reborn Nubian Queen. Thank you. Okay, so today's video is something that when I read this today, I was just like, wow. I've read it before. I'm not going to pretend that I haven't, but at the same time, well, I read it obviously last year, and so going through it again and reading it over again the second time round, it's like, wow, it speaks to me again, but in a different way. So this time round, I'm like, okay, so what things didn't I love about myself before that I've now changed? So here it says successful people succeed because they learn from their past failures. So reading on, it says the most difficult thing to face in life are the very things that we do not like about ourselves. So in just that little bit there, one of my things that I didn't like about myself was I didn't like my hair. And so I used to hide my hair, as in I would always have on extensions or I'd have braids or whatever it was, but it was never my natural hair. Okay, so because it wasn't my natural, or it wasn't my hair itself, whether my hair was long or short, it didn't really matter. I wasn't showing that side of myself, even down to cutting my own grass. You would never catch me out the house, trust me, without a wig on. Crazy as it sounds, that was one thing that I felt like my personal image was something that everybody seen, and I had to keep it up regardless of how it made me feel. But in a way, it wasn't for me, it was for other people. So basically, did I like myself really back then? When I look back, I can pretty much say not 100%, but I wasn't far away. So it says, it's not the things like your ears, your legs, or your hair, which was said here, or the habits and the abilities that you feel are not up to par. It's not those things that are the problem. It's the ugly little things that you know about yourself that needs to look good. So basically you recognize these things in other people. So we recognize like other people's faults, and it's so easy to fault find. I found this so easy to fault find from other people, but it's hard to step back and analyze yourself. And I think when you get to a point where you can step back and analyze yourself in a loving, kind way, then that's when the success starts to come in, because you're learning from past mistakes in order to move forward. Okay, so you recognize it when you see it in others, as we said, but you make excuses for yourself. I'm smiling because I know I made some good excuses. You may go to any length to cover a shortcoming while you quickly point out the ills of others, since the very thing that you want to hide is the thing that shows itself up. You need to be able to say, I know that I am working on it. This is the point what I liked the most. It's saying basically it takes a loving heart. So you gotta love yourself. That heart has to be loving. A willing mind, so willingness to do so. A sensitive spirit, so you've got to have that sensitivity towards yourself in order to get to the core of yourself. So it then says, but when do you and can you root out the seed of ugliness? It says, today I acknowledge and accept and embrace everything about me. Okay, so we're acknowledging and accepting everything about ourselves. The only people that can accept and acknowledge us is ourselves. When that acceptance comes from yourself, then it's definitely a positive situation. So it says, what do you know about yourself that you don't like? Obviously you don't have to answer this, but I told you the thing that I didn't like, and now I feel a lot better just being myself a little bit more. It says, and how can you shine love on those parts of yourself? Okay, so the things that you didn't like about yourself, shine the love on those things, and do it from those three things. Remember, it was a loving heart, it was a willing mind, and a sensitive spirit. Those three things will definitely help. But yeah, it's important to remember that you're going to learn from your past failures, so you only fail when you give up. Anyway, thank you so much for coming to watch the video. I super am grateful for you guys, because you always inspire me to come back and say something that is going to inspire you. And the feedback that I get when you come back and you say, you know what, this is what, when I get messages, whether it's from family, friends, whatever, whoever it is, and they're saying to me, this video today made me think this, and it helped, and it gives them, sometimes you could be going through life and this little video actually just gives you a different perspective on life, where you can say, you know, I wasn't thinking like that today, but today now I'm going to acknowledge and accept myself for who I am. I'm not waiting for the world to acknowledge and accept me. I'm waiting for me, and it's when you do it for you that things will feel beautiful. Have a wonderful day, and thank you again for watching my video. God bless you guys.